That sounded shitty.
Yeah, it's your speaker though.
That's true. Got shitty speakers.
It'll be fine. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. How you been? Welcome everybody. Episode 18.
18.
Yeah, Gatorboy and Silverback. Silverback and get what is it again? Yeah, I had it right. I was right. I was always right.
About what?
Everything.
Oh yeah. I've been good. We've been having issues with the fights on the 20th because the promoter sucks.
Should be a promoter, man.
I don't want to do that.
Why?
I thought about it for about 30 seconds last night.
Sounds like they need someone.
Yeah, it seems like
They
a
need
lot
someone.
of upfront money.
Everything you do costs upfront money. You moved to California. It's all upfront
this
money.
needs a lot.
You wanted to be a fighter. That's all upfront money. You wanted to be a personal trainer. That's upfront money. You got to get certified.
True, but it's way back now.
What's way back?
I got all the money back.
Why is that so loud?
Are you screaming again?
I don't think I'm screaming. Is that me? That's me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, people.
We're just gonna do it hot. That's why people like it.
Yeah.
But the promoter, he told people that he had them matched up, and then it turns out he didn't have them matched up. And
Well, he lied then.
yeah,
What's his name?
I don't know. It's not the same guy that used to do it for this promotion. It's a different guy. But
Find out his name so we can talk about him.
I don't know his name. But it's annoying.
Oh yeah.
But we should have 4 people fighting still, I think. But I'll be all right. One of the guys I was supposed to fight that didn't get is going to fight the beginning of December. So it's all okay. It's all good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
He should win.
Should.
Should.
Maybe. We'll see. What's he gonna do to him?
Probably
What's he gonna do to him?
kick him.
He's gonna. Is that what?
He's going to kick him in the face, probably.
This is gonna be the same clip that I cut the other time.
If I had to pick the finish, it'd be a head kick of some type.
If I had to pick the finish, he would bend him over. Just like that video I sent you. From one championship. You know the exact video.
That video.
That was
I
violent.
thought
Yeah.
you meant the porn.
No, the guy getting violently fisted in the ass with his shorts on.
Yeah, the
not
porn.
porn. A guy getting fisted with shorts. He was clothed.
You send me a lot of porn links, so like I never know what to expect.
I've not sent you one porn link.
Yeah, you send them to me all the time.
No, I've never sent you a porn link.
Well, someone's sending them from your phone.
That's great. 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 I forgive you.
Are you working on a new app?
No,
like
I
on
forgive
life?
you. I forgive you for what you did to me.
What did I do to you?
I forgive you for making fun of me and berating me and saying I was fat and unmuscular. And you said when we were off, I'm gonna forgive you because I just want to make this clear.
I've
Because
not said
no,
that.
shut the fuck up.
Just because I told a lie about you.
God damn it.
You get
shut
something
up.
at me? Oh.
I was gonna throw something at you. That's
Oh yeah, I'm the one who berates.
yes. So shut the fuck up. And I'm gonna forgive you live on our
You're
podcast
not
because
looking good here.
behind scenes, you were like, you fat, stupid fuck. Why don't you go work in a Home Depot parking lot?
No,
You're like, go raise
hey,
your
Felix.
hand at 4 a.m. and wait for some farmer to come pick you out of the U crew and say, hey, you get in my truck, come work on my farm for the day. That's what you said to me.
It's construction, not farm.
It's all the same. It's the U crew. You show up to Home Depot.
That's not what I said to you.
You did, and I forgive
I
you. And it's
insulted
fine.
your
It's
shirt.
fine.
I insulted your shirt.
You
and
did.
said-
You said it's a stupid fucking shirt, and I bet you're gonna get a good fucking job on the U crew when you go to the Home Depot because the farmer's gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, fucking dumb fuck."
You
with that."
often obsess over like one concept, and this one's the U crew. You can't lose the U crew right now, can you? You keep coming back to it.
What a yeah, because that's what you said to me.
That's not what I said.
Like, are you Kyle Rittenhouse's defense? Are you like, why do we keep coming back to this? Like, why? Because it's the one thing that matters. That's what you said to me. I'm not trying to make up stories or lie.
Yeah, you are, but that's a
That's-
good
oh
point.
my
No, that's a good
God.
point
Now you're calling me a
for
liar.
your argument. That's a good point. It's a fake argument, but it's a good point. No, I look bad. But yeah, man, it's been good. We've been just training more,
Mhm.
um,
Punching more,
punching, kicking,
kicking,
taking
wrestling,
people. Yeah, that.
rolling
Um,
in circles.
I use that forehead in the temple thing all the time.
Mm,
I like to tell people about that. It's helpful. It
mhm.
sucks. It makes them respond.
You know who's good at it?
Who?
Dumb people. Dumb people are good at driving their head into other people's heads.
So you're dumb and I'm
Yeah,
dumb?
I'm fucking stupid, man. So me telling you and passing it on, just
You're like,
you
he'll
know,
get this.
yeah.
I do. I use my head all the time
Mm-hmm.
grappling. I'm like, this is like a hand.
Mhm. Yeah, over the last 4 years I've known you, kind of been getting more punch drunk.
I don't know if that's true. My neck's been getting worse. That's for sure.
Dude, you are just you're ready to debate everything today. You're like, no, that's not true. I didn't say that before the
Because
podcast.
you're just
No, I'm not
coming up
punch
with
drunk.
shit.
And I'm saying over the last 4 years, you're a little punch drunk.
How?
Your word slur,
My words have always slurred.
not as bad.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
My words.
You're starting to fart
always
and like shit yourself.
Your words slurred. You're starting to fart. You're right. I never did that before.
Your blink rate's a little up, like common things.
You're starting to fart.
Yeah.
That's a good. No, it's not. No LaCroix is ever good.
Why is it not good? You
It's
are
okay.
A lot of sober people love LaCroix. Makes them feel like they're drinking with their friends on the beach, like a seltzer. Like the one sober bitch that's sitting with all their friends on a towel, and everybody else has a White Claw. One has a Truly because she can't afford the White Claws, and then one has LaCroix because she's trying to, fix her problem, but also wants to be in the
I'm
environment.
not like a sober person though.
You used to be, so I think
I
you
don't
can
drink a
relate.
ton.
You used to be. You used to be one of those guys that sucked.
I drink.
And sober people don't suck. You just used to be a sober suck
Right,
face. Like
those are unrelated, is what you're saying.
yeah, no, like because I like Alex that listens to this show doesn't suck. Says some wild shit on Instagram and posts some things. I'm like, I'm gonna favorite this so you get the DM, but not like publicly favorite this. And then there was you when you were sober that just kind of sucked. Like you weren't fun. You didn't come to our parties.
What,
you want to hang
are you
out
talking about? When?
in college.
No, I was not sober in college at any point in time.
The last of our senior year.
No.
No. When I think you went sober when I was still at college. Is the thing is what I'm remembering.
I didn't live
Yes,
here. I wasn't sober in California. I was doing psychedelics every.
When did you go
fucking
sober?
Week. Like after I moved back. I went sober for like 6 months. Yeah, dude, in college, we were fucking terrified that we were gonna get raided
You went
at
sober.
spring break. We thought we were gonna
Yeah.
get raided at spring break because the amount of drugs we had brought into Alabama. I remember I woke up, we were driving down, Jarrett was driving the car, and because we left at like
No one
fucking-
told us.
we should have known. We left at like 3 a.m, and I drove until we got to Alabama. I was like, I'm fucking tired. I'm asleep. So in the back seat went to sleep, right? And I wake up, and he's going like 98 and like a 60
Mhm.
in the middle of Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm like, we have a lot of stuff in this car.
I didn't find out until it was weed. Like it was weed. Yeah, but like you're saying stuff like we have we didn't have coke, we didn't have meth, we had weed. Like it's
Stuff is weed in Alabama. Weed is
we
stuff.
had Ohio weed. Like it's literally like crabgrass. Like we had crabgrass with us.
We had edibles.
We did have that.
They're pretty good edibles.
Yeah, it was good edibles.
When we got down
But-
there and took them all and fucking went and got drunk right away. And then we went to
And the guy almost convinced us to pet his gator.
Dude, we went to that one fucking restaurant.
Yeah,
And they were like, "You want to see a gator?" We were like, "Maybe."
We were the only ones there.
It was a good
Only
restaurant. Yeah,
tourists.
because it was at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's one of those things that looking back, I don't know if you would say yes to someone saying like if I had
I think
to
they just
advise
had a
someone,
gator out back. Like they just saw one. I don't think they owned it. I think they're like, there's just a gator out back. Do you
do
want
you
to see
ever own a gator? It's like
No.
owning a snake. Like you manage it. You hope it doesn't, you don't wake up and look over to the glass box and it's
Empty.
not there. Of
I'm getting a snake tattooed on my hand.
course you are. Of course you are.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know. All your tattoos, man. I'm waiting for one to like actually stand out, represent you.
Oh, this maybe cowboy skull.
Yeah, that one. That one. Out of all of them, it took all those tattoos to be like, you know what, this one.
Lizard King.
The guy
ski
with
mask.
the face mask.
I was
Like I identify with this criminal
it's
ready
dope.
to walk into a citizen's bank.
You want
This
to
is
know
the
what's
guy?
funny?
What?
The only time I get compliments on this Lizard King face mask tattoo, legitimately the only time is when I go to a fucking UDF and there's like a black dude between the ages of 18 and 25 with dreads. He goes, I like that tattoo. That's the only compliments I get on it. They all fucking are like that, almost without fail. So I don't know what to make of that.
Guess you're in.
Tread lightly.
I guess you're in the club. Whatever club you fucking joined.
But it caused a problem. I was like, I'm gonna get a tiger face on my hand. So I guess I'm gonna have to do it on
Tiger
this
King.
one. No. What are you looking at? What are you reading right now?
Notes that I took for our show in case we had things to talk about.
Yeah, what do you got? No, tell me the first one.
The first one.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna keep talking about a hand tattoo I don't have yet. So what's the first
yeah,
thing on your note?
Yeah, 'cause I don't give a fuck about your hand tattoo. It's interesting, but like
I think we've exhausted the topic.
yeah, I'm imagining the snake tattoo, and the only thing that would be cool if it was like you showed me and it was like I'm imagining a happy snake, like one of those ones with the fangs hanging out, like going.
It's gonna be like a whole body
I
going
know,
across
and
the
it's
hand.
not what I want.
Okay, well, I don't care what you want. Tell me your first note. Let's see what it is. Let's see what genius shit you wrote down.
Okay. The fourth turning. Did you know that there's people that believe the fourth turning is coming?
What the fuck is the fourth turning?
I wish I knew more, but the slash that I have next to it probably is something we can talk. It's people value safety over freedom. So
what are the first three turnings?
I think it has to do with the industrialization of America and how we have gone through. Yeah, go ahead, look it up. This is going to be great because
because you wrote down that note but didn't
write down the definition. Yeah,
don't know what it is.
I have a.
Okay,
what is it? Go ahead.
So it's part of the Strauss-Howe generational theory, I believe.
Go ahead.
Each generational persona unleashes a new era called a turning, lasting around 20 to 25 years, in which a new social, political, and economic climate exists. Okay. They are part of a larger cycle of 80 to 100 years. The theory states that a crisis recurs in American history after every cycle, so every 80 to 100 years, that is followed by a recovery. During the recovery, institutions or values are strong.
Yeah, you can cut it off there. We know. Now we can get into what we need to talk about.
Hang on. I want to see
this is what I was getting at. Is we're coming into the fourth turning. So the end of a cycle, the end of like, because 100 years ago was the Great Depression. Thinking back to like where things line up, we are already past that 80-year mark. But the idea is that people are starting to value.
We're in the fourth turning right now.
Yes,
but it started in 2005.
Yes, so like we're in it. The new generation, and the idea is that people are valuing and giving up personal liberty and personal freedom for the safety, protection, and the ability to guarantee their safety, but negate risk. So just the idea that we're starting to collapse on the values that made America, or like what we value.
In the plus side, though, after this becomes another high. So it just keeps doing that. So I wouldn't. It's honestly not wildly concerning if you look at, because like,
can't wait to be 50 and like
this is dope again. Shit's all cool. It worked itself out. Honestly, if it started in 2005, we're probably wrapping this shit up pretty soon. Because about every 20 years. So
Or, like coming to the end of something. It's either like wrapping it up and
yeah,
where,
and it'll go back to
it's gonna be
it'll
cool.
go back to a high.
Uh-huh.
Because if we're looking at like let's take
Okay. No, you shut. All right, put
no,
your
we're
phone down.
gonna
No,
start
I don't give
we're gonna start in 1860.
Okay. What? No.
The
no
first
way.
hang on, shut the fuck up.
What?
The first turning of 1860 was a high. It was Reconstruction and the Gilded Age. This is after the end of the Civil War.
What do you think our high is gonna be?
Hang on, I don't. The second turning after that is the Awakening, Missionary Awakening, and the Progressive Era. Third turning is Unraveling, World War One, Roaring Twenties, and Prohibition. So it gets a little kooky in that area. Fourth turning, Crisis, Great Depression, World War II. Then we look back again. There's another high. First turning, this is right after the war. We come to American High. We're saying that ends in 1960. Second turning and Awakening becomes the Consciousness Revolution and the Fourth Great Awakening. Then we have an unraveling again, which is neoliberalism, culture wars, tech bubble, and then 9/11. And then after that is the fourth turning. We're back in crisis. We're 16 years into this motherfucker. So it's dope. We're good. We're almost wrapping it up. And that's War on Terror, Great Recession, COVID-19, pandemic, and recession. So
we still have the end of the pandemic and recession to go through.
yeah, and then it seemingly that's the end of it.
Okay.
Because all these are about 20 years long. So 18 to 20 years, we're fucking getting pretty close. I don't know if you were trying to scare me or nothing, but that actually made me feel better. Because this goes back to like the fucking 1400s on this list.
Yeah.
And like it just does that over and over and over.
Oh, yeah. Like it cycles. But what do you think we're cycling to?
I don't know, some other kind of high.
Some other kind of high, like a 2CB. Like
I don't know.
LSD,
I think we'll be dead by the time the next thing comes
like
around.
mass Travis Scott concerts that we can all go to. And like that kind of high, because that seemed cool. It seemed like he was doing something spiritual.
Have you seen the devil worship theories?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, what are we coming to? Where are we aimed at?
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah.
We'll find out in 2 to 5 years.
2 to 5 years. I say 2. 3. 3 if I'm being.
Oh, like 2 to 5? Like you picked the exact thing in the middle of 2 and 5 almost?
Say 2 to 3. 2 to 5? Too many.
You're like, oh, not 5. I don't want to be 30 when this. Yeah, oh yeah, that'd be awful.
Yeah. I had a thought the other day in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you that I boxed a professional boxer one time?
Okay, and I've sparred a
just
bunch of professional MMA fighters.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Did I tell you that
Who?
happened at LA Fitness?
Who is? Oh yeah, I know this story.
Yeah, I was sitting or I was in the shower and just.
And he comes up to you. That's not.
Well,
boxing.
like I was like doing that thing where you like pop your ears and you hear the of the water on your head. I was like, oh, this sounds like when that guy hit me in the head. And then I just had the thought and I was like, I can't believe just some random pro boxer came in, saw me hitting the bag and goes, hey.
He's probably like, oh,
wanna
this will be
spar?
fun.
I told him I didn't know what I was doing. I told him I was like, I'm hitting the bag to warm up. I don't know how to box, so we can try. He's like, yeah, we'll try. And I'm jumping around like in and out, like what you don't do in boxing, and more like a wrestling stance, more like a Muay Thai stance, like picking my
Those
foot
are
up.
very different though.
Yes, but like we're getting ready to shoot, but then every time he's coming at me, I'm picking up my foot, ready to kick him. But then remember, oh yeah, I don't have to worry about picking up my foot. He can't kick me. And then getting clocked in the head.
How hard was he hitting you?
Not hard. He he's professional. He knew not to.
Yeah, but sometimes those guys are dicks.
Sometimes, but it was more that I was just leaning into it. Like he would throw a right and I'd lean left, and then it would connect a little harder. And he'd be like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, that was me. That was my fault. I went to meet your fist." I was hoping to break your hand with my forehead.
I've done that once.
Yeah, you can do it. You just got to position your head right. That's why you're a little punch drunk.
I haven't done that.
Yeah, but that happened.
What else you got on your little list?
What
We've
do I
been
got
over
in
the cycles of whatever,
Oh,
which I now fully believe in.
I'm just gonna start bringing up things like half-ass and take the point of view that I don't want you to have. So because it seems like you just oppose me to everything we do. So I'm just gonna start like,
Yeah, what you got? Give me an example.
I think that all women should be paid fairly. So you take the position that you don't think they should. Go ahead, let's argue about it. I think all women should be paid fairly, and I think it's bullshit that they receive 75 cents to the dollar to every man's dollar. Why do you think that men deserve more money?
Here's the counterpoint. Is that true?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
But no, go ahead. Tell me why men deserve more money.
No. Give me another topic. Look back in your little list and give me the next topic you wrote down.
Okay. Oh, let's play Where's Waldo? But with the California governor. Have you seen him? Have you seen him?
Oh, that's actually very funny. That was funny. Good job.
He's gone, right? Like he's
yeah, I haven't heard about that guy since that recall election of you.
Since he got his booster shot. Do you not know that this all correlates? He was really for getting everybody the third booster, was declaring he was going to get the booster shot, and then just weird.
I gotta look him back up now.
I know you got to.
Up.
Wouldn't it be cool if someone did this for us on a computer and managed to sound?
I know it wasn't me. When did he get that booster?
When did he go?
He got it on October 27th. And he's got one Instagram post since then about Halloween on November 1st.
It seems like an aide could send you an Instagram post, like to be like, hey, put this up.
And before that, he was posting a decent amount.
Yeah, right? Weird, right? Just weird.
Not saying nothing.
I'm not saying nothing.
Although Gavin Newsom missing was the first thing that came up when I started typing his name in.
You think it's like a Barney and Betty situation? Like he comes back and he's like, hey guys, you'll never believe what was up my ass. No, you don't think something's fondling him?
What the fuck? I know. I was reading these articles and I wasn't paying attention to you, and then I heard you don't think something's fond. I don't know how you got there. It'll be a mystery.
The aliens. Why don't we talk about aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, sure.
Do you? Like green ones, gray ones, brown ones?
People are saying that he got a Bell's palsy because of it.
Rachel had Bell's palsy.
I remember that was weird.
I laughed.
That was so fucking goofy.
I don't know how anybody else's reactions other than laughter. Like it's
how
the funniest disease
for?
ever. It's like 3 weeks. Yeah, but she looked over at me and she was like, I can't, like my water's falling out of my mouth. I was like, smile. And she goes, I'm like, that's funny. How's this not funny?
What caused that for
neurological disorder, like disease can start messing with like.
So can that like come back?
Could kill you.
Bell's palsy.
Yeah, it's not funny when it kills you, but it's funny when you smile.
Huh. Where's Kamala Harris?
Dude, Joe Rogan voiced a good point, and he's like, if I was her, I'd be very terrified that the government was going to kill me because I've done such a terrible job. And I was like,
they're not gonna kill her. They're just gonna slowly fucking do what they're doing.
Get rid of her. Like if just
stop talking about her.
Yes. So it's either she goes away quietly and she's like, yeah, I get it. I'm gonna go back to Hawaii. And
she's not from there. She's from California.
I thought she was from Hawaii.
It's Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh, okay. Why doesn't she go back to Hawaii though? It seems better. Not California. It seems like it sucks. Anyway, so she either slowly goes away or she starts voicing her opinion, and then I don't know, car accident.
Yeah,
they happen daily.
Okay,
they do.
You're spouting off some. I'm a conspiracy guy, and that's not going to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
How can you say you're a conspiracy guy? What do you think is going to happen? You think
I
just
think
the
that she is.
government's going to?
Oh my god. Oh my
What?
god.
What?
Let me
What?
tell you.
What?
I think that she is going to regress from public view for a while because it wasn't going well. They might try and bring her back, may or may not.
As president?
No,
No.
to like see if people have forgotten that they didn't like
I
her.
think it's going to be Pete Buttigieg and her.
I think if they want to lose the election, it will be Pete and Kamala.
Who are they going to pick if they want to win?
I think they have an uphill battle to try and win that election. I mean,
Have
motherfucking
you tried out politics? They're very like,
dude, that that election that just happened was not a good sign. Yeah,
fourth turning. Yeah.
red pilled fourth turning.
Matrix 4's coming out soon.
Yeah, I didn't know they were making a new Matrix movie until I was
Until you
seeing
did?
Dune. I was seeing Dune. And I was like, oh, I would have thought that would have been bigger
When's
news.
Dune 2 come out?
Like 2023.
Mhm.
Too long.
I know.
Like
Like they left
aggravatingly
off at the
long.
worst.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
man.
It's really
They
good.
left off like right when it gets really good, though.
You were talking about like the giant worms and like you didn't describe them well enough. They took up entire cities pretty much.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah.
They're really big. This is a dope movie.
It was a dope movie. It was yeah. He didn't want to kill that guy at the end. He was just like, no. Do you surrender?
Yeah, dude, here's the fucking thing though.
What?
Paul becomes a bad guy.
Oh no.
Like in the second Dune book.
bad guy.
Here's an example. So in the second Dune book, he's talking to one of his like advisors, and it's called Dune Messiah. And he basically says, have you ever looked at the Gilded Age of Earth? Because this happens 10,000 years from now, in theory. And the guy goes, no, why would I do that? And he goes, look up Genghis Khan and a guy named Hitler. They killed, like
A lot of people.
millions of people, right? Like over like 10 million people.
Uh-huh.
And the guy goes, well, that's not very many. And Paul goes, I know, I've killed billions more, but this was pretty good for the time. Yeah, they do like a whole fucking jihad thing.
Like
And
planetary.
just,
Yeah.
yeah. So Paul's a
Why does
bad
that
guy.
bother you? Like they did that with the Death Star.
No, I'm telling you right now that Paul is a bad guy.
He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, it switches. He falls into being like the emperor.
It's funny.
It's a whole thing.
The for some reason, very common storyline.
Dune?
Well, like the good guy switches to bad. Never see it coming. Ever. It gets me every time. I'm
That's
like,
why pro wrestling works. You're like, Hulk Hogan wears black now? And they call him Hollywood?
I'm not that dumb.
The Rock has a $500 shirt. All my references are old references.
Yeah, because he watches the WWE still.
AEW is good, but you wouldn't have gotten them.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, dude, Dune's a fucking dope movie. It looks good.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. I like the helicopters. The idea of that helicopters have wings like dragonflies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't we do that?
I don't know.
Seems like it works. Like I don't see. Like I don't know much about physics, but I'm like, I could take straws. I could probably take off.
Do you like Jason Momoa without the beard?
Yeah.
It was weird.
No weird.
A little chubby in the face.
Look better at the beard.
Yes.
Just, like keep the beard.
I don't know why they got rid of the beard. He didn't need to lose the beard.
Because he wasn't a main character. So like, you don't want to have all the eyes on him the whole time because it's like he walks on the screen. It's just like, okay.
You know how
Don't die. Like the last thing this guy can do if he has a beard is die. You can't kill off.
Don't worry, man. He kind of comes back in the second book.
Oh yeah, because we didn't see him die.
No, he's dead.
Oh,
But like they have like a resurrection type thing that a certain group can do.
of course they do.
Yeah. And the reason that happened was that character was super fucking popular, and the author was like, "Hey, I killed him. How do I bring this dude back?" So they're like, he's like a kind of ghost thing, zombie, maybe. I don't know. Fuck it. He's in the book. You guys like Duncan, Idaho? Did you also find that goofy that the names were like either bonkers or like Jessica? You're like you're Stilgar.
Yeah, you're either from fucking Ohio
or you're Jessica and Paul.
or you're from the outside universe.
Like the fuck? Gurney Hallinick
Uh-huh.
and Jessica.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think they just got creative. They're like, we can't
But like
we can't use Mike, Mark, Jessica, Jake, June. We can't use all these names. Can we switch it up? Yeah, Gallagher.
here's the thing.
So yeah, you want to throw some curveballs? We can throw curveballs. We're not
you-
getting rid of what we have.
Wouldn't you think that they'd like the author would have had creative names for the main characters and then run out of the creativity?
No, because who wants to be a fucking Gallagher? Like, I don't grow up going, I want to be Gallagher. No, I can see myself being Mark.
You
I
can
can
see some,
also, as a 4-year-old, say Mark. I'm not going, da, da, da.
what about Paul? You can see yourself being Paul.
Paul's fine.
Hey, you know that point in the movie where so for you know how Timothy
Should we give a spoiler alert to people?
this book's been around since 1965.
yeah.
If they don't know, they don't know. Like
Who reads books? We're in the 4th turning. They're dying.
that's not
So
part
good.
you don't know. God, you didn't learn anything.
You didn't learn anything.
I did. I learned that I entirely agree with that theory. It seems good and accurate. Gives me a nice comfort feelings too that we're coming out of whatever.
Yeah.
But also, I like how they're like 2005 was the I don't know, maybe
Was the big what?
was the beginning of this. It might have been. I don't know.
Could have been. It could have not been, which means it started a little later, which means we still haven't begun.
No, but like the War on Terror, that was for sure going on.
So now it's just that was the work. We're done. We're out.
Well, that part's
War on
kind of
Terror's done. Did you know? Terror's gone.
it's in a recession. Or it's not because we just gave them like $1 billion of shit.
Listen, we got other issues. There's a hypersonic nuke just out there fucking traveling the world. It's not ours.
That's not true.
Missile.
There's not just one just going in fucking circles.
It went around once.
It didn't go around the whole world.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I don't know. Maybe it did. I don't fucking know. I know it's not still just doing that.
Well, no, but it did. It did once. It sounds cooler if it keeps doing it.
No, it doesn't. Fuck, man. Yeah, well, I mean, in terms of, we got a lot of inflation going on,
6.9%.
and you know what? You know what inflation also.
You're not gonna double check me on that number? I threw that out so
Yeah,
confident.
sure. It seems right.
Yeah, I know it does. It's so high though. It is in the 6%.
Yeah.
And did you know that the raise increases are people are just fighting for? They're like, can we just please have 2%, 3% increases in our wages? And most companies are like, no. Are you out of your goddamn minds? How are we going to afford that?
I might have to raise some prices on some of my clients.
Oh yeah, things inflating in the fitness industry.
Yeah. Yeah, because fucking everything's inflating. So like I gotta pay more for shit. So they, you know what I mean? It travels down the line.
High ticket offers are gonna die in the next couple of years though from fitness because everybody's starting to get priced out currently as far as like coaching goes. Like each coach feels like they have to keep raising their prices, and now it's at the point from where the average cost of coaching has gone from, I don't know, you could probably go into it, get a trainer and everything from about 150, 200. Not saying that they're worth that. You probably should get paid more. There should be
Like a month?
Yeah. Most people were used to like 150, 200 a month for paying for personal training. Now that price is going up, and coach, nutrition coaching, that price has now gone up probably about $300 to $400 a month.
The only
it's only
people I get
increasing.
150 from are people that I don't see. I see like 2 times a month, like a hybrid thing.
Mhm.
No one that I see every week is paying me 1 fucking 50.
Yeah, but the problem is that a lot of people, the barrier to entry in fitness is that the cost, they can't get in. And then,
That's why I've done this hybrid thing. Because like people freak out a lot less when they're like, well, I guess I'll see him like every 2 weeks and I'll work out on my own and he'll have the program for me and we'll advance it. And I'm still working with someone, but it doesn't cost as much. I'm like, that's cool. I can fucking fit more people in. You know what I mean? Like I don't have these people every fucking week at the exact same time. And then I can't fill the schedule around them. So like I get one client, he's Tuesday, Thursday, let's say at fucking, 9 a.m. first and third week of the month. Another guy's second and fourth. Doesn't fucking matter. You have more clients.
yeah,
And at that point, you actually make more money because that would be one client, but you're getting more money
yeah.
because
And you're still capped though. You might have been able to double your reach initially, but you're still capped at a certain point because even if you go every other week, you still reach a limit. If let's say the average trainer can do 60,
yeah,
you can only do 120 then.
pretty good though.
It's good, but
Like,
it's still capped.
Everything's capped. But at a certain point, like when you get that much, like I'm pretty good right now. You know what I mean? Like I keep going in my Venmo and being like, really? All right.
Probably shouldn't be using Venmo to do transactions
Why?
because you're a professional.
If I pay taxes, it doesn't fucking matter.
You just use invoicing apps like most normal people, and you keep track of your taxes. And
yeah, I just type it into a spreadsheet.
How do you keep track of your expenses?
I write them down. I have a list of everything that I buy in the year for training. And then because I learned last year, that lady was like, you have no expenses. And I was like, nope. She was like, that can't be right.
Yeah. And do you like expense your, I don't know, like I just can't imagine not having QuickBooks or like things that did self-employment accounting and just using an Excel sheet. Knowing how you are with numbers, I just can't imagine this is an efficient system. I'm like, I'd be impressed if you had QuickBooks and you're like, yeah, dude, I get it right. Like all my numbers line up on QuickBooks because you know what? I'm a fucking professional and I can swipe left and right and I can get my transactions right. But the fact that you're saying, I just use sheets and I've seen how you do math sometimes and like add things up and
I double check, man.
I've seen you triple check and I'm like, what do you do? Dude, this isn't math.
We'll talk about this when the IRS ears are off. No, luckily the tax lady I work with is good.
Is she Jewish?
No, she's Russian.
It's about the only two kind of people that you can really ask for if you run a good accountant.
Why are you talking so quiet?
Was that quiet?
It was crazy quiet.
It's about the only two kinds of people that you could want in an accountant.
It was the same level of quiet. You just got closer.
Yeah.
But what are you seeing like gym memberships go up?
No.
No? Just
Not
like
really.
trainers?
Wait, what are you getting at? Like, have I seen gym memberships?
Yeah, like
going
the cost of the gym membership.
up? Yeah.
Oh, why'd you say no?
Because I didn't understand the question. I was like, have you seen more gym memberships go up? I'm like, no, not really. Yeah. So people aren't really going to gyms and like I don't know. There isn't like this is the time in fitness where there is some people that are starting to get back into it right before the holidays. But the big push for most fitness is right after like New Year's. Like people, for whatever reason, again, a mentality that, okay,
this is the year.
Well, they'll put everything on pause and they'll think that it begins January 1st, not
dude, like
December 2nd or like November 11th. Like that's not a good date. How am I going to look back and say on November 11th, 2021, I changed my fucking life? No, I want to look back and be like, the year that it at midnight, when the clock struck midnight, the year 2022, everything about me shifted. I dumped out my drink. I threw away my weed. I dumped my fucking LSD into the toilet and I got my shit together. And that's when I became a man. That's when I grew muscle. I did January 2nd. I walked out of my front door looking like a jacked motherfucker. I was tanned, blonde, handsome, tall. I had shoes that fit. Fuck you, Noble. Like you sent me women's fucking 9.5s. They don't fit at all. I don't know how you fucked up, but you fucked up. And I'm walking out on January 2nd in my fitted Nobles, looking fly like a motherfucker because on January 1st, everything changed. That's what people think.
I don't remember the day because it was just like some fucking, I think, day in the summer, sometime in college. I don't even remember the year fully. I know I was like, hey, Alec, I need to go to the gym, but I don't know anything else. Yeah, dude, Jeremy was like, hey, you want to fight December 3rd or 4th? And I was like, no.
Why?
I'm going home for Thanksgiving. I'm not fucking fighting December 3rd or 4th.
Probably why this promoter's having. He probably told that kid that you were gonna fight. Promoter already scheduled the fight.
I could have gotten one for sure. No one fucking wants to fight.
Yeah.
And I was like,
why does no one want to fight?
Because it's December 3rd and 4th.
Do people want a career?
Yeah, but they want it in January.
Oh, so even fighters want to take a little bit of time off.
Dude, MMA gyms like die in December. There's fucking no one.
Yeah,
it's like a ghost town. Even like fucking full professional gyms I've heard, like there's no one at like AKA in December. It's like
see, and then I think of like people like John Danaher. I'm like, yeah, if you want to be good, you keep training though, right?
Yeah, these people are still really good.
That's fine.
I know, but those guys.
Yeah. But like, and I'm not saying they're like the best MMA guys, but like jiu-jitsu wise, there's no question to it. Like they're the best, right?
They're definitely up there. Top tier.
Are they top 3?
Oh, for sure.
Top 2.
I mean, probably. Are we wasting airspace for this?
About running for like governor or anything? Because
like
all your answers are like
you straight
just off the shoulders. Like, no, not here. I'm not answering that one. Maybe. That's a good question, sir. That's great. Yeah.
My dad always told me that.
Don't pick a side.
No, I have a knack of answering a question without giving any answer to that question. Where like he'll ask me something along the lines of like, what time are you gonna go to the gym? And I'll go back, well, I gotta be at Alec's for the podcast at 2. And he's like, cool, I still don't know. Like,
yeah.
And then I gotta go back to work at 6. I'll tell him other stuff, but like that thing you asked me, you're not getting. I don't know why. I'm not even doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Just an annoying habit.
Hannah did to me the other day and it pissed me off. I was like, what time? Or yesterday, I was like, what time you want to go lift tomorrow morning? She was like, I gotta be at work at 11.
So do you want to lift at 12? that seems like what you would say. I can't lift at after 11.
I was like, so probably not like 10:50, I know, but when do you want to go lift? And I couldn't even get mad at her because I was like, oh fuck, probably got that from me.
Yeah, you're kind of an indecisive person.
No, I just don't like to give people information until I do. And I talk way too much.
And the information that you then reveal is useless. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't help me advance my life position or like anything at all.
Yep.
And then I'm like, is he hiding something? And then you really find out that no, it's just an air of mystery around you for no reason.
He just didn't give me the answer.
He's like, I'm going to be a curious, mysterious person. I'm going to have a mustache that looks just like my unibrow on my face.
Dude, I'm all shadows, man.
All shadows from here to here.
No, if you don't have anything to be mysterious about, you might as well pretend. See, even that right there, you're like, fucking, what do I do with that?
So just let me walk you through a situation. If you're like, I'm not being mysterious enough, and you're standing in a bank, you just pull out your mask, put it on, and you stand in the corner, you start like, you go like this. Like you don't have binoculars. You're in the corner going mysteriously. This to people.
No, I'd never do that. They'd be like, what's your social security number? And I'll be like, I can give you my account number.
You don't have your social security memorized?
I do.
So give it to them.
I can give them the account number.
Sir, what's your social security?
So what I mean, I can give you the account number. I got my
I'm going to
birthday.
need your account number and social security.
I got my birthday.
It's not what I'm asking for.
You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of mysterious. Like, why? Why is he not giving that?
I'm going to get my supervisor.
It's does he not know it? Is he not that person? Or is he just fucking paranoid?
Yeah. Do you think of yourself as a competent man? Like if you were to go to a steakhouse, do you think you know how to use a fork and knife correctly?
I'm telling you, I'm getting that 72 ounce. You eat it, get it for free steak. Or
do you know how to use a fork and knife?
Yeah.
Show me how. Show me how you would hold a fork and knife to cut a steak.
I legitimately don't know how to. I'm hearing them like this, maybe.
Are you gonna stab it like a fucking child and cut like this on the table? You're at a nice steakhouse.
Probably this.
You're at a
Wait,
nice
why are they
steakhouse.
both moving?
Yeah, why are you
This.
sawing?
It would be this.
Okay, take a bite. Saw off another piece.
No,
wanna see
I
it.
cut 2 pieces at once, so that's 2 in a row, and then
Are you eating Wagyu? It just fucking butter. It just goes right through. No fucking
you
salt.
said a
in it.
nice steakhouse.
What'd you order?
A steak?
Strip a Wagyu.
I was like 12 ounces.
Okay.
I see him doing that thing
And
again.
you're just show me one more time, just real quick, just quick. I mean, you look like a goddamn idiot.
You do it.
Now hold your fork.
Oh, you can't use the pen as a clutch?
You're gonna hold your fork, finger down on the tip, and which way is and it curves. So your fork curves up, or does it curve down?
Which, are you holding it face up or face down?
Yeah. What am I doing? Because there's a right way to do this.
Face down.
Exactly. Face down. The curve goes down into the steak. You cut off.
You still look like a fucking idiot.
No. You cut off a piece. Not this fucking barbaric. Goddamn, you're just like saw it like a fucking 5-year-old and just.
Why are we talking about this? This is like
I wanted to see.
This is
I
a
wanted
really
to see.
visual bit we're doing.
I wanted to see if me growing up fatherless and you growing up with a father, if your father was kind enough to teach you how to be a man, but obviously he left you effeminate. So
You want to say it to Daryl's face?
I will. I'm gonna be like, Daryl, how can such a man like you produce such an effeminate boy like this? Because he doesn't even know how to cut a steak. You can take him to a steakhouse and he's gonna cut it like a goddamn child. And he's gonna be like,
You want to know something funny?
what? You think your dad doesn't know how to cut steak?
When I was younger,
Uh-huh.
my dad would shadow box me, and I hated it
Uh-huh.
because I was a pussy.
Mhm.
I was hanging out with him, and I was like, he was like, I bet you couldn't take me down. And I was like, oh, I know I could take you down.
Dad's an old man. I don't know why he's like.
And he's never wrestled. So like, I'm like, I know you could be 24 and I could take you down. You've never done this. So I was like, stand in front of that bed. Because I'm going to take your ass down. So stand in front of that bed so you don't die.
Imagine you pop his hip out of place.
A double leg.
That's what I mean. You pop his hip out of place.
Went right down the fucking middle, through the legs, laid him out on the bed,
Somehow
walked
he
away.
freaks out midair though, and like, because here's what happens when people don't know how to wrestle.
I know.
Instead of going back, they go, "How do I get my arm behind me so my elbow's pointing down?"
My arm behind.
Could you imagine if you would attack on your dad and your dad's arms just snap? Like how?
Well, that's why there was the bed.
I know that's what it's even worse. It could have got caught. He could have grabbed onto the edge of the bed, grabbed onto the comforter, wrapped his arm up, twisted it behind him, and then it would have snapped. Because that's what it's what people do when they don't know how to wrestle. You expect them to sprawl or like when you come in for a deep double leg, they're like, okay, he knows how to sprawl. There's no way I'm going to get this deep. But sometimes you do, and you get around his little shafts of legs. Something they call them legs.
I did it with
but I don't call them legs, because when I reached around this man's like the corn stalks, I caught my own eye. I went in for a double leg. I went in for a double leg, and I wrapped around this boy's corn stalks and just smashed myself in the eye. Because in my mind, I was like, when I double leg, he sprawls like he's supposed to. Obviously, I'm going to take him down still, because he's not a wrestler. I'm going to get this, but at least his hips are going to go into my shoulder. I'm going to grab his booty, and I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to pull him in, because his light boy booty. We're talking about you. We better clarify.
I know.
Okay. Well, other people don't. Now they think I'm talking about a boy with cornstalk and grabbing his butt. But no, I'm not. I'm grabbing your butt, and I'm pulling you in close. That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought I was going to lift you up, and I was going to be kind, because I was like, I don't slam people. I was going to set you down, grab you by the head, cradle you, bring you in closely.
Yeah, but you cut your own eye up.
And I sliced my eye open. I mean, it was just, dude, I thought you were spurting up blood at me. I thought this was a movie. I had stabbed you in the heart like a goddamn cartoon. You're going,
because it was covering me
all over you. I was like, what are you doing to me? You nasty motherfucker. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, this warm.
I remember you looked at me like, you're bleeding. I was like, no, I'm not, because I saw the cut. Dude, last thing. I did that to Hannah's brother. Was like, I bet you can't take me down, which is my favorite thing to hear from people that don't train, because I'm like, I again know that I can take you down. And he wrestled for like a year or two in high school or something. But I got way deeper on the double. We were in their backyard. It's grass and dirt. I got way deeper on the double than I thought I was going to. And he jumped, and I was already flailing the legs, right?
So you dumped him.
Dude, his head bounced. And then we kept fucking going, dude. And on the video, like, I felt bad. So like I sat back and I put him like I let him take top guard, right? Because I was like, I just slammed your head off this ground. I'll sit back, right? And on the video of it, because for some reason fucking Hannah's sister was filming it, I'm sitting back, and as I'm sitting back, I'm like, I'm just gonna guillotine him. We're gonna end this here. So I throw the guillotine in, drop back, and Hannah's sister yells out, "Yeah, Jacob, get him!" What happened? It was like I cut off his oxygen to his brain. All right.
You think you're tough? Just end on that question. You think you're tough?
When people don't train, yeah. Oh, I'm way tougher than them. I'm kind of tough. Pretty tough.
Okay. That's what I was looking for. Thanks, everybody.
Like, subscribe.
No.
Share.
Do you think you're tough? Do you think you're tough? Yes. No.
Follow us.
I want to end on, do you think you're tough?
Yes.
Yes, K.
Yes, K.